All right. In which the Bible is written in Old English. This is part 2. Okay. Then this means that when the Bible is written in Old English, or this is the time, right? This is late Old English. All right. So the Bible is written in Old English, right? At least the King James Version. All right. So again, it's saying when they wrote that, it meant a prayer that evil or harm befall one. All right. This is these high priestesses and these other energies that are hoping to send evil energy, that are hoping to send conflict, turmoil. This is the crown. This is portions of the crown. This is also that are fighting to win against all odds. This is also, I looked at that devil card, right? And I looked at the devil card and I thought about the Hierophant. See, we did the Joan of Arc, or the Joan of whoever, okay? And I said that's like a female pope, right? And then we looked at looking at the Hierophant, she resembles the Hierophant. But if you look at the devil card is also doing the same energy as the Hierophant is, which is the vicar of Christ, which it shouldn't even be no such thing, especially once Christ is on the scene. Okay. So if we look at this again, is the devil energy the Catholic Church? Is that really the whore of Babylon? Is that really the energy, that dark shadow that's hovering over, you know what I'm saying, the word? Because in the beginning was the word, and the word was God. It don't say the Catholic Church. It don't say no Orthodox Church. It don't say the Baptist Church. It don't say the Quran. It don't say none of that. It say the word. You get what I'm saying? In the beginning, the word was with God. In the beginning, when God began creating. All right. So again, it can be relatable. Sometimes people don't want to sit there and hear somebody that they know curses at home or does certain things, sit up in front of their face and act all proper and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's like a pastor that be up in the church knowing he messing with half the congregation. You know what I'm saying? Or in some of these Catholic church, and these people touching those little boys behind the pews. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You can get right up on up out of here. It's about who that blood is, that DNA and that blood is flowing through at the time. And you can like it or you can let it alone at the end of the day. All right. So again, it says it's consignment of a person to an evil fate. All right. These is what these people want for the empress and the emperor. These people want a fate, a horrible fate or an evil fate to come to these individuals because of who they are. Because you know what? Because man didn't use temperance to create some kind of something in a laboratory and shoot it up in these people. They were anointed by God. They were anointed sovereign energies, sole proprietors, or those sons of God, right? So they want to uplift sons of man. These are crafty individuals here that do a lot of dirt to get where they get, all right, in society a lot of times, all right, harming people and things like this along the way. This is all they do along the way. And this is who they want to exalt above the Son of God. Are you insane? People that have pure heart, they are actually white people because they are their energy is pure. All right. So they're allowing the people that said that they want to kill white people, like 𝘍𝘢𝘢, right, to be represented above the American Empress, right? Why? Why? Because the white people, she ain't talking about no Caucasians. She's talking about the original American Indians, or even those Leon or lioness energies, or those old world kingdoms and those old world. Because I looked at that world card again, and I noticed that the chattel part is not really penetrating the world card. Because they got their own plans. They might have some upheaval. They might have hurricanes. They might have, all this other stuff, because they're coming against the American Empress. It's almost like since an emperor or a masculine energy that's as above thinks that the Empress is not choosing them, they're pulling the strings and they're moving things around here and causing chaos and upheaval right now in order to make sure that she doesn't get where she belongs. But you that's what I'm saying. You don't understand. All right. They feel like they defeated the God or that Godhead energy within me, and you have not. That just shows me that who you really rock with. That just let me know that the devil is these people's op. All right. At the end of the day. All right. So again, it says Germanic romance. Okay. It says a course. Okay. Let's see. Set of imprecations. All right. So I was imprecations. All right. It says a formula read in the church. Okay. Let's see. A formula read in church is 4 times a year. Now, remember we said something is about something about that 4. So again, what is that? Is that a curse? All right, the 4 times a year that they do whatever they do. This might be all even the 4 seasons here. All right, because this seemed like this a curse. This is what this is saying. Whatever they would do in some church 4 times a year. I don't know. Y'all probably know. I don't. I was set apart. I never really enjoyed going to church like that. Okay. I'm not going to fake the funk either. I feel like, again, God told me a long time ago that you set apart. Don't worry about what they do there. You don't have to worry about that. You different. All right. So again, let's see. Excommunication of offender. Okay. Let's see. A connection with the cross is unlikely. Imposed. Okay. All right. So we see anger there. Okay. The evil which has been invoked upon one. Okay, so this is, again, spying, putting somebody on a domestic terrorist list, the 8 of Wands, sending negative energy, going ahead and breaking into somebody's Akashic, going ahead and intervening in somebody's, or, imposing yourself into somebody's private affairs and making it your job to present it to the world stage so that that person can be judged by people that don't even matter. Do you see what I'm saying? By people that don't even matter at the end of it, in the end. All right. It says, let's see. Okay. So again, this sentence was imposed upon Adam and Eve. Okay. So again, this is wicked things or evil or undressing them in order to expose them. Also, it doesn't mean that they actually did the curse. It means somebody imposed something upon them. All right. So again, whoever this was that imposed something upon them is actually the cursed ones. All right. It could be the thing that was dangling in front of them, or the carrot that was dangling in front of them that they took. All right. That could also be, that sense of a curse. But initially it's saying the sentence imposed upon Adam and Eve. This might have been the trick. All right. This might have been putting them in the garden to see what they was going to do. That would be a curse. All right. And who did that? Was it God or the Lord God? You see what I'm saying? All right. So it's saying it says menstruation. So also this could be, I'm thinking about like a minstrel show. All right. Some type of entertainment this could be. All right. But the menstruation, they're saying, or bleeding or whatever. But again, I feel communion has to do with the blood of Christ. I feel like, again, it's once a month when possibly, if I'm remembering correctly, when they dip the bread in the blood. Well, again, what have these people been doing in the ether? What have they been doing in behind closed doors? What have they been doing in the sleep realm? Have they been taking the bread and dipping it in the blood? Because again, I know what else comes once a month. You hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? All right. So it's saying the curse of Scotland. Okay. Let's see. One more thing. All right. To wish evil, to excommunicate. This is what the whole Catholic Church is doing. So is that the whore of Babylon? This is what the whole thing is doing, to try to get rid of someone here. It's not the words that's coming out of my mouth. It looked like in Old English, it's talking about this is what the church is wishing. This is what the crown is wishing. This is what the public is wishing. This is what society is wishing, to excommunicate some individuals that have been anointed by God, that have nothing to do with them. Not by man, but by God. All right. So again, it says instructive meaning, swear profanely, use blasphemy or profane language. Okay. So again, it is here now, right? But again, like I said, this could be, I'm never going to steer away from what it says. It says what it says. But most of us do these things and go to church and think it's okay because you go to church on Sunday. Most people do these things, but I'm not watching you. You're watching me. All right. So again, to curse, it means also to do this here. And we're going to go ahead and look at swear next. Okay. So I'm not trying to get away from that. It's a good thing to curse. I'm just saying that if there's a sin and that's the one that I've chosen to use, you know what I'm saying? Or that's the one that I'm using, you know what I'm saying? What is it to you when there's far worse things that people are doing? All right. That would make them very unclean and not even clean enough to try to judge somebody like me. All right. So again, it says to blight with malignant evils. Okay. So again, this is exactly, and so they're, again, this is exactly what they're doing. They're taking these women that I've exposed for harassing me or being too much in my energy or stealing my energy or draining me of my energy or whatever. And they're trying to put them in positions of power so they can do it even better. I bet you they are connecting these people together to work against the American Empress. And it's still not going to do anything to penetrate my soul. It's not going to do anything to change me. It's not going to do anything to change my destiny, the wheel of fortune, Ezekiel's will. None of that. So profane or obscene expression, usually of surprise or anger. So again, this, like I said, well, I can look at this as somebody like what they're trying to give me the perception that this person is in competition with me. Somebody like, again, most of these women that they are putting in front of me, I wonder what their house looks like on the inside. I wonder what they do all day. I wonder how they do this and that. It doesn't even matter really what they're doing, because it really only matters what the Empress is doing, so they can press something upon the Empress, right? To squeeze her until she busts. But what they're going to do is find even a more beautiful gem on the inside. It's not going to change anything. That's why I said Source can take a look at my mind, body, heart, and soul over the past 2 years since he sat me down and let me know that I was going to be doing something else. All right. I haven't been doing anything but cleansing, right? Also, you know what I'm saying, working on my mental, you know what I'm saying, and going ahead and dealing with things that is really ain't nobody's business, but I've been okay to share them with you, where these people hide behind the scenes. But what are you doing back there? What are you doing in those rooms with those closed doors? Why can't we hear what's being said? Why can't we see what you're saying? Why are you talking about these things as if these people are not right here on this earth and they can commune with you about them? You know, they have, you know, some people are, you know, your names are being said in rooms with people that are, you know, of high stature or whatever. But at the end of the day, they ain't talking about you for no reason. They ain't coming around trying to stalk you for no reason. Right? So again, this is also this energy of somebody trying to catch somebody in a snare. That's a curse. That's cursing someone, right? To take somebody's energy or identity, that's a curse. An evil spell, that's a curse. To send negative energies and push these energies upon women, right? By pulling them in here by their heartstrings with this twin flame journey, and then telling them that somebody is coming to them. These women don't know that they're opening up their vassals in their homes, possibly to spirits that these women are trying to send into their energy. All right. It says an appeal to some supernatural power to inflict evil on someone or a group. I told you. Matter of fact, it just came out my mouth. I did not proofread this. It just came out of my mouth. This is what a real medium psychic or someone who works for God is talking about. All right. There's a cap on what a high priestess or just a regular psychic or a reader can see. They can't see at the level of the Empress. It just ain't going to happen because there's only one. And if somebody talking like this is because they've been secretly watching the Empress, trying to learn the language like Moshe and them brought the people in to do, to try to learn everything about you so that they can try to be you and emulate you and copy you. These are succubus energies. These are witches. Now I see why some of them were burned at the stake. You understand what I'm saying? Whether they've been misled by a masculine that have them thinking that they can take a position or whatever. This is a curse. These are the curses. A lot of these curses of Deuteronomy, these are the curses here. Allowing these people to come into your temple or your tribe or your clan or your collective and then turn it against the two people that will be at the top, the emperor and the empress. That is a curse. You're cursing yourselves. I'm not going to have to worry about that. You see what I'm saying? At Source ain't stopping nothing. I've been cussing all this time. Source still got me. You man could try to take you out of the limelight or try to take you or take your followers away from you or do these things, but they ain't got nothing to do with what God got going on. All right. It says something causing misery or death. Again, these are people that are having their foot, watchers on the wall that have their foot in the doors of the of people's chambers in order to let other entities in. Right? These could be people that are linking onto your family, succubus energies that are strange fruit hanged on your tree, and that the family is looking up to these individuals and allowing them access to you, possibly even a masculine energy. Once they engage in one of these demons or one of these devils, then these women, through that act of joining with them, gives them access to being able to maybe even get a key made for your house or something like this, and sneaking in and sneaking around your house as if it's yours, because these are governess or lordess energies or lord energies amongst the scene. All right. And so they can work behind the scenes with officials and government officials and things like this to have access to your home or your dome. All right. Severe affliction. These are people that are copying you, trying to be you, and they're coming in front of you, smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Right? People that are studying you so they can become you. It's sickening. Torment. Okay? Threatening people. Low key. Because you think you're getting away with it, because you think can't nobody see it. Because, again, that's that all-seeing eye energy. The Empress sees all. She might not see as much as God see, right? Or the masculine energy might see, or the Emperor might see, but she see a lot. You understand me? People is conflicted. They mad. I'm starting to think that the Empress is Metatron. Utter obscenities or profanities. So again, you want to compare me to all eternal when she's sitting there talking about what she talking about. You better get up out of my face, especially in public. Now, if I talk about that with my man behind the scenes, okay. But this somebody somebody that had to spread it like that in order to get where they got. And then now you want to go ahead and tell somebody else that they gonna do it for a profession. Somebody that don't want to do that just want to be with their emperor. You see how backwards it is? You see how backwards it is? All right. And even if somebody did, want to do something else different, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Look at my platform and then look at that. It's just like, really? It says heap obscenities upon. All right. Wish harm upon, invoke evil upon. And they just get madder and madder and madder. This is the whole government. This is the whole world leaders. This is G7. This is the crown. This is the whole lot of them. This is the whole lot of them, including some of these masculines, right? That are being forced to do this because of contracts or third-party situations here. All right? But I'd rather God know their heart and what their real intentions is towards me. And if it's evil and if it's done intentionally because they want to do it, there's things that I feel like I've done throughout my life that I really didn't want to do, but something compelled me to do it or something like that. People try to say that some people, no, I take the blame for what I do. I take constructive criticism, but I now know more about spirituality, and there's a dark side to it. And I do know that entities can attach themselves to you for a long time, and you may not even be like yourself. So some things you've done in your life, you may not have been in charge, or you might have been overpowered by an energy or something like that. You might have been possessed. So again, these things is to make you feel like you so horrible that you can't face God, or you can't straighten yourself up, or you can't clean yourself up, and you can't change yourself around the way you treat people, the way you talk about people, the way you do things, the way you operate. Just to make you feel like you're a wretch and that you ain't got nothing to give God. So people slowly keep doing even more horrible things and horrible things and horrible things, thinking, oh, well, I'm damned or I'm cursed. No, it's about your intentions. It's about your works. It's about truth, honesty. It's about, I just feel like it's about humility. All right? So many more things. It's about order. It's about calling out wicked things so that you can rebuke them instead of letting them continue to happen and letting people see it the wrong way so they can keep on stumbling on these stumbling blocks. So again, exclude from a church or a religious community. This is what they've done to the original empress. This is what they've done. This is what the people have done. This is what they did to Jesus. All right. Possibly to Christ energy. This is what they did to Mary Magdalene. All right. The mother of Jesus, this is what they did. This is what, again, is making me think about the energy. At some point in time here, I felt like an outsider, even in my own home, after dedicate my whole entire life to this family. When this energy came in, this tumultuous energy, when this insurrection came in, all right, there was chaos here. You understand me? All right. And I knew that people in my household, even down to, because I wasn't dealing with people, extended family, source was setting me up for something. Right. So then I could be prepared when my own family inside the house would turn against me and try to make state claims about me or something like that, knowing good and well that they knew my heart. But I knew I wasn't dealing with them. I was dealing with other frequencies and other energies. And I was excluded from the family, except for my youngest. All right? Except for my youngest was a protector of my energy. Everybody else started acting funny, acting shaky, and acting real shifty. So again, I felt like this masculine had come back in and had saved or anointed or did something special or changed the nationality of everybody else in the family except for me. For some type of punishment to leave me as like one ring, a sideshow or a one ring circus. That's because I know who I am. And my energy was here on this land. The energy that resides in me right now is before any of their gods that they have created, even in the beginning. Because that's their beginning of building a nation on top of a prior nation, on top of the bones of the people in the old gods of the Americas. The cradle of civilization is in South America. The old world is the motherland. You understand what I'm saying? Anything over there on the other side of the sea, all that is replica energy. The oldest pyramids are here in the Americas, in South America, in Mexico. India Superior, America. Egypt, America. So again, your education system then is the curse. That's the curse. For lying to people and telling you about Africa when only 250,000 people, so-called Africans, which probably was from North Africa or somewhere else, came from the so-called Africa on the slave trade. It wouldn't even be feasible or make sense for an entrepreneur even back then to continue to go across there and get no damn body when all these people most of the people was dying on the trip back and forth from Africa. It would not make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? To say it was in the millions. It wouldn't make no sense when it was already dark-skinned people that could work here. But they came here and realized they couldn't turn these kings and queens, and possibly Moors and stuff was here about that time too. Okay? It was possibly all these people was already here. Okay? Even some white people, yeah, was probably already here. All right? When they say black people had slaves, it's because the American Indians or autochthonous people had slaves. This is the uprising. These people that are being, again, the ones that, again, came to be of assistance to the empress that's being sent away, all right, or being given foreign wives or other wives, right? That, again, maybe they're having hardships at this point in time because they chose that, because they didn't want to listen to the empress because they thought she was trying to be some kind of way overbearing or something like this. And they're going to end up with exactly what they thought I was. It wasn't God cursing them, saying thorns and thistles, probably. It was the fact that there was just a warning saying, hey, thorns, why did you do that? Now, see, thorns and thistles is what you're going to get because you chose that shit over me. Or I wasn't trying to force your hand. I wasn't trying to be on your back. I wasn't trying to lure you in. I was just telling you. It wasn't even a warning. It was just saying, hey, this is what usually occurs, guys. Brothers, sisters. It's not like God, and then God said, okay, thorns and thistles, go. No, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? It's people chose to go with society and with the church and with the politicians and with all these other people and go against what was natural. And then exclude somebody from the church and religious community as if it matters. If somebody want to be included in any of that type of, in this day and age anyway. No, I'm fine. My connection with source is good enough for me. My connection with source is good enough for me. So you ain't doing nobody you ain't doing nothing but a favor for me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be brainwashed. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to be indoctrinated. I don't want to go spend all this money and get all these credentials and all these documentations to show that I got some master's and bachelor's degree only to make $3 more an hour at some factory job. No, thank you. If I had to, but no, thank you. Some of us are here to do greater things, and that's just it at the end of the day. For what? And then now I got $50,000 worth of debt. For what? For $3 extra an hour at a position? To be what? To get these things, go to college and everything, to be a politician and still have to deal with corrupt energy? Those the curses. That's the curse. And still the whole, if you let the media tell you everything is falling apart. Everything is crappy. It's a crappy deal. At the end of the day, somebody ain't got it together. Everything falling apart. It's a crash. It's a collapse. Everything falling down. What is it? Everybody got the credentials. What's the problem? What is the problem? What is rotten, dirty, stinking, filthy, and foul? What is it? It got to be something on the inside. You can look all nice on the outside. You can buy all the booties you want. You can buy all the boobs you want. You can buy all the booze you want. But it's still, see, ain't got nothing to do with the beauty or the essence of something. You can have all the bands you want. You can band together against somebody. That's a curse. Most of this, if we go ahead and look at this whole entry right here, most of this is talking about the things that everybody is doing, all right, to somebody. There's a small portion in here that says swearing, all right? There's a small portion in here that said, so this gives me the fact that 10% of this is about swearing. 90% of it is about all this other stuff, excommunicating and all these other things. Let's look at swear. To take an oath. It don't even mean, do you see what I'm saying? It don't say, it might say it somewhere later on down the line, but it don't say like the B word or nothing like that. What did it say? Old English. That's when the Bible was written in King James, right? Take an oath. So what? Did some people take an oath to not speak the truth to the children of God here? Right? See? The children of God is the chattel. But the chattel is conspiring to come against the world card energy, the Empress, the star card, or they're holding back. They took an oath not to tell the truth. They took an oath to hold back. They took an oath to deceive. They took an oath to displease. They took these oaths, however it was written or spoke it, to deceive somebody. What does it say here? To speak, to talk, to say. So again, to swear, to speak, to talk, to say. So then I guess this means that nobody should say nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You can't say nothing. But it says Slavnik, swara, or quarrel. To the speaker. All right? So people found a low-key way to go ahead and quarrel with somebody. Or to use spell work, or to do things behind the scenes, or candle magic, or whatever they're doing. Paperwork, documents filed. Different types of things filed with the police department or the justice system. All right? To talk, to say, to speak, to an oath here. All right? So again, we're all swearing. The pastor is swearing. The pastor swearing. The media is swearing. A judge in the courthouse is swearing. A teacher at the school is swearing. The colonel or whatever, okay? It's somebody in the military is swearing. Everybody on YouTube is swearing. Everybody on Instagram is swearing. Everybody on Facebook is swearing. Everybody in their homes is swearing. You watching TV, you listen to music, is swearing. To speak to the speaker. Let's see. What does that say? And then down here it says to use bad language. Well, what's bad language? What's bad language? I would say let's make sure that we do everything to stop the emperor and the empress from getting together. The two twin flames that came here to heal the world and to show a different way of love, unconditional love, forgiveness. You see what I'm saying? To show a bond that's unbreakable. To show how many times should my brother be able to do something wrong to me and I forgive them, right? And then to show that forgiveness, to show that natural way of being subdued here, okay? So desist, all right? Cease and desist, all right? Oh, also, so the people that with the land patents is swearing. Because what is they doing? They're going in and taking somebody else's stuff here. All right? Because they can. Just because they can. All right? Again, just because they can. The government can right now go and drop some kind of, chemical warfare into a neighborhood. Well, they probably, okay. that's not good one. Again, but it's talking about an oath here. Okay? All right. So let's see. Educated, ill-tempered people clamorously confuse two invocations. They are not in reality either cursing or swearing, but merely vomiting empty word incidentally. True swearing and cursing must always be distinct and solemn. Okay. Let's see. Utter obscenities. So again, let's make sure we do a spell and do like this because we don't want her to be able to excel. We don't want him to be able to thrive. We don't want this and that. Oh, didn't you hear what she said last week? Oh, but look at her. Oh, all she do is sit there. Oh, this person lazy. Oh, that person this. Da 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 da. They don't have no money. They don't have this. And these whole people will sit there and sit back and take an oath not to help you do nothing and be spending right up out of your trust or right up out of whatever it is. And we'll see you and your child sitting there with nothing and can't wait until the day that you die. You know what? There's some life insurance papers that came here today. Like an application or something from a bank. You see what I'm saying? Low key. To declare and affirm solemnly and formally as true. To promise solemnly, take an oath, to make a disposition, declare under oath, to have faith or confidence. Well, everybody's swearing. Right? So when you looking all cute in that filter and shit, and you taking them pictures and you taking all them poses and everything and putting them pictures up. Don't you have faith that somebody's going to like them or that it's a good thing? Don't you have confidence in yourself when you get dressed up real nice and everything? You go out and do whatever you're going to do. You see that? That's swearing. That's what swearing is.